Do Mortal Kombat 2, please. Okay. The year is 1993. 1 year has passed since the first Mortal Kombat rocked our socks off. Midway Games once again invaded arcades with their brand of blood-soaked competitive fighting. This is MK2. The mission statement for Midway was clear: improving the gameplay, the graphics, and the lore of Mortal Kombat. The second tournament of Mortal Kombat takes place in the realm of Outworld, where fighters from Earth and Outworld do battle, with the winner to face off against Triple H. Shao Kahn. By the way, Hunter, the Shao Kahn thing was pretty cool, but the Terminator thing was kind of... Anyway, returning from the first game are Johnny Cage, Liu Kang, Raiden, Scorpion, Sub-Zero, and Shang Tsung. Hey, I said his name right this time! So since Shang screwed the pooch with the first tournament, he makes a deal with his master and enters the tournament himself with his youth restored, and his morphing powers intact. But some of the most popular characters in the Mortal Kombat universe came from this game, which include Jax, Kitana, Mileena, Baraka, and my personal favorite, Kung Lao. In place of Goro is Kintaro, and he's every bit as cheap. Oh, and Reptile's in the game too. Moving on. The fighting is expanded in this version. For example, the roundhouse kick can now send your opponent flying across the screen, just like the uppercut. The gameplay is also slightly faster as well. The fatalities return, but now each character can do multiple ones. But in response to the controversy, Midway showed that they do have a sense of humor. Once you have defeated an opponent, you have the option of doing a Babality, which turns your opponent into a baby, or a friendship, which you can do something nice for him. Aww. Isn't it nice to know that we're all better people? The only characters that are not playable in the second that were in the first are Kano and Sonya, but you do see them in Shao Kahn's stage. It's really funny. By the way, did I mention the stages? They're awesome. There's so much personality in these stages. For example, the evil forest. And that's actually pretty creepy. Also, a nice touch is that some stages have their built-in fatalities, where you can knock them into an acid or off a bridge, or the best one, upwards to a roof of spikes. That's awesome. So how do the Sega and Super Nintendo versions play out? Well, relatively similar. The first thing you notice is that the blood is out there and showcased for all to see. Remember with the first one, how it was taken out completely of the Super Nintendo version, and you needed a code to unlock it in the Sega Genesis one? Not here. No codes, no censoring. The home console versions both retain the essential part of what makes Mortal Kombat, Mortal Kombat. The Sega version has brisk combat, and the music is more upbeat. However, due to graphical limitations of the Genesis, the colors are more diluted. The button layout is identical to the first one. But there's also something extra. You can play this game using the Sega Activator. Oh, you don't know? Well, you see, before the Wii and before the Kinect, Sega experimented with motion controls. You can punch and kick in your living room, while the character, allegedly, does the same. Right, because punching and kicking is quicker than pressing a button. Watch as you get completely dominated by your friends, because they are using a controller while you are actually dumb enough to buy this thing. In stores now. The Super Nintendo version of MK2 features a more colorful palette, and makes use of the Mode 7 feature. Another big change is that the music is more downbeat and sounds more ominous. But even with this game playing a bit slower, Mortal Kombat 2 for the Super Nintendo is one of the best arcade-to-home console adaptations ever made. And we agree. We do prefer this one over the Sega version. Now, in closing, we do have to say this. Whether we play the Sega version or the Super Nintendo version, MK2 is freaking hard. Seriously. We barely found any difference between easy and hard mode. Kinda defeats the purpose, don't you think? These games kick our butts. and the fatalities are so challenging to perform. Now that's probably the point. I mean, fighting games are not supposed to be easy. And when you do perform a punishing finisher in the game, you should feel like you accomplished something. For those of you out there who can dominate in Mortal Kombat 2, hey, our hats are off to you. Mortal Kombat 2 was a cultural phenomenon, and may have been the linchpin of the series. Well, that concludes our look at the Sega and Super Nintendo versions of this bloody brawler. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and donate to our Patreon if you feel like it. Thanks for watching. Now bring on MKX.